Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you. Delivered at the perfect time, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a general or collective reading, so just be aware. Parts of it may or may not resonate. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. All right, we have the Hierophant as the underlying energy for this reading. This is talking about justice coming in from the spiritual realm into the physical. The Hierophant is responsible for doing so. And the Hierophant, this could represent, if you're a religious person, the religious people, at the top of your church. This could be a cardinal, pope, bishop, guru, rabbi, whatever energy of your church, whatever you call the head people. And then it could be, if you're on more spiritual side, it could be someone who is representing meditation and prayer, to go straight to source energy, to the Most High through meditation and prayer. And then also the Hierophant and or the legal system. So the legal systems in the actual physical 3D world, the people that make laws and make sure that justice is served. We have the world. And the world is talking about an end of a cycle. So the Fool starts off on a journey. And he starts at the 0 point, and when he gets to the World card, it means that the Fool has learned everything there is that he can learn from this cycle, and has achieved whatever he can achieve from this cycle. So we're going to begin a new one. So we don't quite know what this means. Has justice already been served, and you're serving a new cycle, or is this the cycle that you need justice served for? So we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is representing one of the 4 queens in the minor arcana. And she is representing the element of air, which is thoughts, basically here. This is your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. We can see that the Queen does have her left hand out. So she's willing to receive justice from the Hierophant. He has his right hand up in a blessing, but she's starting to doubt that he actually is doing his job, because she's been waiting a very long time and she's growing cold, from waiting. It's like, is this dude ever going to do his job? It's that type of energy. So she's not in the mood for putting up with bullshit. This is, she's been there, done that, has the t-shirt, doesn't want to go through the same old bullshit. She just wishes this dude would get his shift into gear and do his frickin' job. That's how she feels right now. And this is talking about her head is above the clouds. She understands what's going on. She's saying, where's my justice? I want my justice. Her head's above the clouds. She's aware now of what's going on. It looks like the truth has come out. We're going to get to that in a minute. And she's just tired of waiting, basically. And then we have this energy, which is the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles represents someone who is at the, in an elevated position. Now that could represent the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is in an elevated position. They are someone that, is in charge of the law. Maybe they have, this could represent people that, like, say, chief of police. It could be head prosecutor, it could be, judges, lawyers. It's that type of energy, people that are responsible for bringing justice into action, basically. And so this could represent that energy, or it could represent the Queen of Swords energy when she was in an elevated position. And maybe this is generally a really good energy to be in. It means that you've mastered your skill set and people want to collaborate with you, which is awesome. Pentacles and Tarot actually represent, health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world. So sometimes this energy it does represent money for sure, because money is a big part of being able to thrive in the 3D. But you could have all the money in the world, and if you don't have, your love in your life, you don't have your health, then you are not going to be living your best lifestyle. And so that's what this energy is about. It's saying if this is you and you're in an elevated position, then these people are coming to collaborate with you, and they might, they've noticed that you're doing really good work. In this case, this is someone who's doing beautiful stonework, sculpture, and they've approached and said, we want you to come and work for us. The thing is, when you, anytime you're in an elevated position, especially if you're in the entertainment industry or, an artist energy, someone that has, like if you have to sign a contract or an agreement, that's sort of an athlete, something that's specialized, that you're rising up above the crowd, basically. And so they want you for their team, or they want you to be on their team. This is talking about scholarships maybe coming through. It could be, for a college, like say you're a pro or you're an athlete, and they are coming from college or university offering you a scholarship, or you've already been at a university and now they're offering you position on a pro team. It's making sure you make the right choice so that you're moving forward in and it's in alignment with how you want to live your life. So this is talking about making sure that you if you're making deals, signing contracts, any type of energy like that, you want to make sure that you have someone go over the contract to make sure that there's no loopholes or any energy like that. You find particularly in the entertainment industry, quite often there's situations where people have signed contracts and then they get, breadcrumbed while everybody else makes money off their back. And if this is the Hierophant that's in an elevated position, and these people are coming towards him and trying to collaborate with him so that he can, so that they can get a certain outcome in court or something, well, that would be something that's illegal. So it would be on the wrong side of the law, not on the right side of the law. So it's hard to say because we have the Hierophant. We'll keep going and see if the Hierophant has been collaborating with people and the truth is coming out, and justice, maybe that's why justice is taking so long to happen. So it's hard to say. It could be either or. We have two main characters here. We do have the truth coming out, so hopefully in this reading it'll come out and we'll have better clarity. So the Ace of Swords is talking about a reward coming in from the Most High and the universe collaborating to bring the truth out, so that this energy is shifting. It's saying that it's time for it to shift. That's the energy. This has been coming up in the readings a lot, and so I'm just wondering if maybe there's something else new here that we're going to see. We do have the Chariot coming in. So this is saying on the spiritual realm, this has already been happening. Now, because we have the Queen here in this energy and the Hierophant is over here, we're going to assume this is the Queen's energy for now. And so this is saying that she's on her destined path, has been on her destined path, but is waiting for the truth to set her, to be able to move forward on her on her journey. And so when the Chariot comes in, it says that it is happening on the spiritual realm. And once you're on the Chariot, this is like a tank. It's kind of like tung, 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 tung. And so this is supposed to bring law and order in. And this law and order is sometimes represents police, the police department, arrests, that type of energy. So maybe there is some sort of justice actually happening, and the Hierophant is doing his job. So that would be awesome. And then we do have, there was breadcrumbing energy here between now we're starting to see. So this Queen is possibly signed a contract and wasn't aware of the loopholes in it. Well, when you sign a contract, you're responsible for that. So it has to be something. But if it's something illegal and she doesn't want to do it, then this energy is, it's a different matter. So sometimes this energy can talk about secret societies, different organizations, religions, and that. If this Hierophant is not in the upright, this could represent someone high up in those in that energy, and that it would be being played out now here, basically. So, yeah. So this is breadcrumbing energy. This is talking, but this is about the Queen also, being able to use her discernment. Now, this is basically saying that this person has these 6 pentacles, and he's giving to this person because they don't have something, and he can discern they don't, and that they're going to take this money and they're going to use it to benefit themselves and be able to move forward on their journey. Whereas this person has something in his pocket already. So this is someone that's wanting to use this dude's money to be able to risk his money rather than their own money. And the scales of justice are hanging over him because he's not doing, like, get up and do this. If this is representing this energy, get up and do your job. If you're being paid to bring justice through, get with the program. That's, justice delayed is justice denied. And then we have the strength and the courage to be able to stay in the energy of your truth and your integrity. And so this is talking about this young woman is reaching into this lion's mouth. And this is talking about having the strength and the courage to stay on your destined path, to face your fears if you have to be able to move forward. Maybe up against some pretty heavy obstacles here, it looks like. And this is facing those fears, digging deep within yourself so that you can reach your infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond, and get back on, to where you need to be going, that type of energy. Let's see, what else is going on? Okay, we have an Ace of Cups coming in too. Well, we have 2 aces in this reading. So this is promising. This is saying the truth is coming in. And that may, like, sometimes this Ace of Cups energy can represent, like, a divine partner coming through. Now, this energy sometimes can also, it doesn't have to be about romantic love, but generally when this cup comes through, it is. This could be, though, about something you love to do or something you love to be. This could be about, any, like, a family member or someone, a friend, an associate, that type of energy possibly coming in with the truth. And this is new energy coming in now to be able to move you forward on this journey. And so this is an overflowing cup of love. So it's talking about being in the flow. And, out of the mud grows these water lilies. And water lilies are some beautiful flowers. And if they're growing out of the mud, it's sometimes saying you have to go through the mud to be able to grow beautiful flowers in your garden. This energy quite often represents leftover energy from childhood. This could go, whatever's going on here for the Queen of Swords, it has been going on a long time. It feels like it's, she's been, like, it feels like this has been going on since childhood, possibly. Something's happened here, and the energy is now finally changing. And whatever this energy is going to be brought to justice. That's what the Hierophant's job is to do. So let's hope he's going to do his job here. This is talking about someone from the past coming in, and this also can talk about having to heal or being able to heal from something that happened in your childhood. So this card can be full of illusions. I mean, when we first look at this card, it looks like there's two children playing in a yard with these potted plants, and then there's someone in the background that's watching over them to make sure they're safe. But when we look again, we realize, wait a minute, this is a gnome and this is a little woman. And from the back, she looks like a hag, and from the front, she looks like a young woman. Both of them are wearing a white mitt here, saying they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to be involved in whatever this is. But this person is trying to, force them to. So the old hag, she's like, get away from us. We don't want your stupid flowers. They're not even yours to give us. And then the young woman, which could be the younger version of her, is saying, she's being nice. She's people pleasing. She's like explaining, you know, we're all dressed up and we don't want to get our hands dirty. And the old hag's losing patience. She's like, let's get going. That would be the energy that this queen is in. Enough of explaining. Why don't they explain why they're not doing something? That's the energy. And so these two, this is talking about if someone from your past comes in and gives you a shady offer like this, are you going to accept it? Are you going to be people pleasing, even if it's someone you love, like a family member or whatever? So be careful of energy coming in at this time from the past that is saying that they love you and they're involved in this bullshit over here, because you have to have the discernment not to, you know, if you've been away from them this long, stay away, basically. And this, it feels like this energy has been going on a long time, and the World card is here because it's shifting. So I feel like maybe there's a new prosecutor in town. I'm sorry, I feel like that's what's going on here. So maybe the whatever was going on here is now shifting. This is, as I said, illusions, because even these flowers in this pot, these are white flowers, and this is about innocence. And you know, the white flowers in tarot, they do represent innocence, but these ones are from the nightshade family, and they're highly toxic. You would never let children play with these flowers. This is Datra, and Datra can make would make children, if they or pets, like you wouldn't plant this around children or pets. You wouldn't let them play with it, because they could get sick from it. You know, sometimes shamans will use Datra in their ceremonies to bring out visions, to heal people from their inner child energy. But they know what they're doing, and they're working with adults, not young children. And then the person in the background here, who's presented as someone that is watching over them, is actually a total stranger, maybe walking down the path. They're walking the other way. It's not someone watching over the children. So there could be something that happened when you were young, and the truth is coming out about what happened to you. You might have disassociated from it or whatever, and are having trouble remembering it, and maybe now some of that truth is coming back to you. It could be that type of energy. This feels like it's been a long time coming. And so yeah, this energy is talking about like a need for forgiveness, because of course, if you're going to have reconciliation with someone from the past, you have to be able to forgive. Like that's what reconciliation is about. But this could also be past energy coming in, and you have to forgive yourself or forgive others. Like it's a lot of energy. So when you forgive someone, forgiveness does not mean that you condone the action. It doesn't mean that you want to hang out with the person again. It just means that you want to make room in your heart so that you can move forward and have these gifts coming in. You know, because if you have the truth coming in, it can explain a lot to you, and then you start making really strong choices in your life. And especially if this is a love coming in for you, maybe whatever has happened here has made you distrustful of love, you know, and you just have not had that experience because of it. And we do have the Knight of Swords coming in with some information or communication. And you notice this card, this Knight, this is one of the 4 Knights. And it's this truth coming in, I feel, because this is the only sword card we have here. And so the swords do represent the element of air, and they represent, well, we have the Queen of Swords here as well. So this is what this is what needs to be resolved here. And it looks like maybe this information is coming in. Yay, way to be, Hierophant. I think there's a new sheriff in town. That type of energy. Yay. So this is saying yes, and it's coming in fast. And maybe the Hierophant is saying, you know, I've thoroughly investigated this new information coming in, and this is what needs to happen here. So the Knight of Swords, this energy could represent what the truth is about, or it could represent the Hierophant, this information coming out now. It's out in the open because it's right at the top here. So the Knight of Swords sometimes is considered like a fool rushing in. And just because, like, look at, he has only half his sword showing, And this is like your, you know, your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. And the other half, so he might only have half the information. Maybe this was in the past, or this was some sort of energy of the last. I just keep getting there's a new prosecutor in town. Some, like, the word prosecutor keeps coming up, and or a new sheriff, someone who has authority that is, you know, if it's like a not necessarily a cold case, but unresolved case, and now it's being looked at again with this new person. That's what I feel this energy here means. Interesting. So maybe before they only had half the information, and now they something has happened and they have the full information. This sometimes represents an investigation. And the Knight of Swords is an energy where they're running from something or to something. And quite often this energy can also represent an investigation, technology being used, like, you know, sometimes people a lot of readers read this as a spy energy, but it could be like a private detective, or that someone's hired. Maybe the Queen has hired a private detective, and some new information has been presented, and the new prosecutor is saying, I'm going to take a look at this, and then a bunch of truth starts coming out. That's pretty cool. And then we have, you know, we can't see the point on his sword, and neither can he. So maybe this is from the past. They didn't have the information, and now that the rest of the truth is coming in, they have the full story. And so this is talking about running through barren land as fast as they can. I don't know. It feels like this is like, we got to hurry up and do this. There could be some danger involved or something like that. Or maybe, you know, sometimes there's time frames on legal matters. The horse represents heartfelt energy and passion. And you know, this person's running against the wind and through barren land, and his horse is really anxious. So this is talking about like an anxiety, like press the panic button. So this could be because the people that caused this energy are upset that the truth is coming out and there's a new prosecutor in town, or they could be running from the truth. Or this could be an energy coming to deliver the truth, whatever that is. We do have, like, this is talking about the end of a cycle and the beginning of another one, something that happened like a long time ago in your childhood that you're still doing your best to heal from. And this is talking about a cup of love coming in. And this is a gift from the universe. And it's, you know, this dove is representing peace and like overflowing. So this could even be talking about God's love for you, for being brave and reaching deep within yourself. You know, it's dangerous to put your arm down a mature lion's mouth, but he's being submissive because he understands that she means business. She wants this resolved. The Queen is tired of putting up with bullshit. She's tired of being in the same bullshit. And she knows that this energy, there's some sort of energy from the past involved, and she wants to get back on her path and be joyful again, you know, be in that energy. And this could represent something that happened, you know. These people may have approached her some time ago, and I don't know if she signed a contract, didn't sign a contract, but maybe there was something they wanted her to do and she refuses to do it. It's hard to, like, this is a random shift reading, so I never know what's going to come out, but I am going to clarify this for us. All right, so if this is your reading and you're like, no, I know what this is about, and you're ready to leave here, thank you so much for your time and energy. I really appreciate your likes and comments and subscribes. They really help me build my channel. And for those that want further clarification, I don't quite have the whole thing, but this is talking about justice. Now, I started this oracle back in 2007, and in 2020, I completed all 64 paintings, and I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and these numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the gallery on my website in the order. This is the order that they're in. So in the description box below, I'll put the numbers as they appear here. So if you want to take a look, I am actually working right now on getting, I have some of my paintings in reproductions that are smaller that I can use here. And right now I am, he's working on getting the bigger ones, but I have 3 foot by 4 foot dragon paintings from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And those are the ones that he's working on right now, making sure that they're, you know, because they're so big, to bring them down small enough to fit here to show you. We have to make sure he does a good job. He'll figure it out. But in the meantime, we have justice coming in this reading. And I keep getting this energy that this is a new person. Like this is someone that maybe was even sent in to clean up some corruption in the system. There's a lot of that energy, what we're seeing right now. I'm just watching something like wild that popped up about, I don't know what it's all about, but about Legos. And so I got to take a look about, like, how can Legos be a problem? I don't know. I mean, Legos can be a problem if children leave them laying around and you step on them. They can really hurt. If you've ever had that experience. And they're so, it hurts when you step on them in your bare feet. So the Hermit is talking about the safe travels. This is like after a dark night of the soul, the Hermit climbs the mountain, and when his lantern is full of the light of the North Star, which is your guiding star, then he knows, okay, his rod lights up and he comes down from the mountain, and that's when he takes action. So maybe this has been a long time coming because the right people weren't in place, but now God is saying the time is right, the place is right, it's the right time for this justice to come out, for it to be heard. And we do have the Empress energy. So quite often when we have an Empress energy, it does talk about being able to manifest at a very high level, being a natural generator of energy. And so sometimes it is talking about, you know, the Empress is in the major arcana, and she embodies the qualities of all 4 queens from the minor arcana. And that energy is, you know, through going through hardships and good shift, like just going through life experience, stays on her path and is given the status of Empress energy, where she has learned how to deal with life in such a way that she now has the qualities of all 4 queens. Or this could represent a different person. Maybe the Empress energy is representing the new Hierophant energy. Or maybe the Empress energy is involved in whatever this is. You would have to take it the way it is. Remember that any of the characters in tarot that are, they're archetypes, so they're not gender specific. So this could be a female in her masculine energy, and this could be a male in his feminine energy. So however that works. And the Tower is when there's a reality check. So when the Tower hits, it's like, it's the lightning hits the Tower traditionally, and it's like when, you know, reality comes to light. And the 2 people are falling out of the Tower. One is shocked, and the other one is like, oh, I was wondering, I should have taken care of this earlier. And so the Tower is when you don't nip something in the bud, and it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating, and gets bigger and bigger and bigger problem, that type of energy. And now it's being called to light. So if you can nip things in the bud, it's way better. But it looks like there's a Tower that hits. Now, if you're on the right side of the law, when a Tower hits, this is going to be definitely a blessing for you. And if you're on the wrong side of the law, it's going to be, well, basically you're caught. And maybe this has been a long time coming. I keep getting the word prosecutor. I don't know what why, but that's the energy that's coming in. So, I mean, I know what a prosecutor is, but there could be a new prosecutor. And I also heard a new sheriff in town. Now, that would be in the United States. We don't have sheriffs in Canada here, but you know, you don't have to take the languaging totally literally. This is someone who's in charge of bringing justice into being, and this is that energy saying that that's because this is on the Queen. I feel like this might be, she's been through a lot, and she's done her best to stay on her path. That's that Hermit energy. and then, the guiding star energy and the lantern being on her path. The truth is coming out now about something that happened in the past. And I feel there was a lot of illusions about it. And sometimes, look at this, we have the Emperor as well. So I don't know, there could be an Emperor and an Empress involved in whatever happened in the past here. This could be a couple energy. So now it looks like the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords this may be saying that there was an Emperor and an Empress involved in whatever this is, which sucks, because then but it would explain why there needs to be a new prosecutor in town then, doesn't it? So, it's random shift, whatever. We have to use our insight. So this is just, this is a story. I like to make them entertaining. Parts of it may resonate with you, parts of it may not. Just take what feels right for you and leave the rest. And then we have, again, a whole new world at the top when this information comes in. And so this is saying this new information, this new energy, this new prosecutor or sheriff or whoever this is. I feel like the Emperor and Empress, them coming out together like this feels like a couple. And this could have been what the holdup is because they're high up, and they could pull strings or whatever, but maybe this new energy here is like only interested in the truth and taking action on that. And so that would be why the world is changing. Okay, it's a whole new world. All right. I do hope this has been a benefit for you. I never know with my random shift readings what I'm going to get. And sometimes I'm wondering, like, okay, like there's stories like this. There's one out there on the internet right now that I can think of. So, this kind of shift does happen sometimes. Like, this could be of benefit to someone out there. So I always post my random readings, even when they seem kind of like a fairy tale. All right. I do hope this has benefited you. Please do give it a like and comment. Consider subscribing. I would be honored if you did so. Bye for now.